So what's a bodhisattva? Hi, I'm Kathy, and I've been a Buddhist teacher and student for almost 25 years. On this channel, we talk about basic Buddhism and Buddhism for beginners. So, what is a bodhisattva? Well, in Mahayana Buddhism, there's this bodhisattva ideal, which is one of the things that I didn't know that I was getting into when I decided to become a Zen Buddhist, but it's great. I always say that my teacher told me we don't do this just for ourselves. We do it for others. And bodhisattvas do it for others like no one else. Listen to this. Suffering beings are innumerable. I vow to assist them all. Delusions are inexhaustible. I vow to end them all. Dharma teachings are limitless. I vow to understand them all. The Buddha's way is insurmountable. I vow to walk it. That's the Bodhisattva vow. It's a chant that I did every Sunday for 10 years. And I really didn't get what those words meant until about the 9th year. And what those words mean is that I will work day in, day out, diligently to do something that I already know is impossible. I will assist all beings. Impossible, right? But maybe it's not the point of whether or not it's possible. There's that story of there was a big storm on the ocean, and the next day people came out of their houses and they saw starfish all up and down the beach. And this one woman was walking down the beach, and she would grab a starfish and toss it back into the ocean. She'd walk a few more steps, see another starfish, toss it back into the ocean. And this gentleman came up to her and said, "Look at all of these starfish. There must be hundreds of them. You can't save them all." She reached down, grabbed a starfish, tossed it back into the ocean, and said, "I saved that one." And I think that's what the Bodhisattva vow is about. It's about saving those you can, assisting those you can, helping those you can, doing it for others. We're in our houses with our family members right now. I talked about in a few videos back, which I'll link somewhere, how we should be kind with our speech. And when I talked about that, it was because I want us to think about how we accidentally hurt each other's feelings with our words. We do it all the time. We're joking, we're laughing. We don't mean to hurt someone's feelings, and someone takes it personally. And then we feel bad, but we also kind of get mad at them for taking a joke too far. I didn't mean that. I was just joking, that kind of thing. But truthfully, if we're thinking about others, just knowing that joking around like that can hurt someone's feelings might stop us from doing it as often. Are we going to stop completely? Maybe not, but maybe we'll be more careful. The other thing about living in the house with your family and speech is that if you are saying something harmful, someone who you did not mean to hear it is going to overhear you because the quarters are so small, because you're in close quarters. Well, if you're thinking like a bodhisattva, you're thinking, well, even if there's a tiny chance that someone's going to get their feelings hurt, maybe I will try not to do this time. So what really are bodhisattvas? Bodhisattvas are these beings who take a vow to assist us all. They vow to help. When we talk about the paramitas, for us, the paramitas are the perfection. They are the work that we do so that we can be better living in the world with other human beings. If we want to be a human being who is always trying to save starfish, then we want to be better at things like generosity. We want to be better at things like patience. Think about how much better your life would be if you didn't lose your temper. Just think about that. Or what about worry or anxiety? Think about how much better your life would be if you didn't just feel like you couldn't sit, you couldn't just stay in the moment and be with someone who may or may not need you to be there. Patience is something we do for others. We do it for the world. So bodhisattvas are examples of beings that we can aspire to. I mean, really, technically, the belief is that we already are bodhisattvas. We just need to get out of our own way. For me, that definition doesn't help me. The definition that helps me is that if I do this work, I can aspire and work and be better and closer to Bodhisattva. Kuan Yin, Avalokiteshvara, the Buddha of compassion. You've seen her, the woman with all of the arms, right? She's a bodhisattva. She's the bodhisattva of compassion. Her hand, each of those 1,000 arms has a hand, and each hand has an eye in the middle of it. And the eye is so that when she sees your pain, she can already start to soothe it with her hand. It's not see with the eyes, then bring the hand up and soothe it. As soon as she sees your pain, she's already soothing it. That's why she developed eyes in her hand. That's what a bodhisattva is. She's not the only one. She's probably the most famous one. Her statues are everywhere. You'll see her. She's called Guanyin, Guanju, Kanon, Kuan Yin, Avalokiteshvara, the bodhisattva of compassion. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next one.